what that means is that the foresters are gonna kind of go out that way to fetch wood, and everyone else is gonna kind of come into this area by traveling down here. Welcome back, everyone, to episode 2 of Ostriv and the Beard, and I've chosen this particularly delightful angle here, sort of sitting back in here in the trees, as if we got one of our citizens with his cart trundling along this path that's forming along this fence line here with these homes, and we can see there back up on the left-hand side the final home being erected here in the town of Ostriv. It is September, and we are well on the way to making it to winter. Well, making it to winter. Of course we're going to get to winter. What I mean is having enough houses before winter for all of our citizens. It seems like just off the left of screen here, someone has trundled up with a cartload of straw. There's quite a lot of stuff to do today, so without further ado, I think that we should get cracking, I think is the way to describe things. We've got our 10th house sitting out here, village house, on the corner. I think we're going to get that built. So yes, that was a load of straw, I see. I think we are going to get that built, because what we do is we do want to encourage some immigration into this here fledgling little village. But I think first we must think about what comes next after these houses go up. So I think let's have a look here. Production. Obviously, food is going to be very, very important. I think we can all agree on that. Food is going to be very, very important. But there's a couple of decisions we need to make. So, there's two ways we can get food. We can obviously fish. We could have to build a couple of fishing docks to do that, and I think we've got a very nice location along this waterfront stretch here for those fishing docks. And we also need to build a boat yard so we can supply those. And it looks like our 9th house is up. Yes, our 9th house is up, so that's all of our citizens' house. So interrupted us there, but good to know. Good to know. Right, so what were we talking about? Yep, so there's fishing. Then we can obviously farm. We can put some crops up, and we can start sowing some seeds and getting some things in that way, which I think is also something that we will look at. What I do also know is that in order to continue building, we are going to need a supply of nails, which, as you can see, are fast dropping. I think there's 40 reserved, probably reserved for this construction of this house over here, which is paused, or perhaps reserved for... yep, in fact it's reserved for this well over here, which we have coming up next. That's next on the production queue, which we placed in the last episode. So yes, so nails are going to be a thing, and I think that also what I have realized is that the carts also deteriorate here. I don't know if you can see this little green line here. So we're going to need something to repair those carts, and in order to do that, we are going to need a couple of things. We are going to need a smithy to produce some nails. We are going to need a... what is it called? It's a carpentry. Where is it? A carpentry. A carpentry to fix the carts. So yes, I think that we should... I was thinking about placing down the smithy and those kind of buildings now. And then I think we'll survive through winter. We can't fish or plant... now it's too late, and we're not going to get some docks up in time to start fishing. The rivers will freeze over, so I think that we should use this time to do that. So let's set up our smithy. So if this is the beginnings of our residential area, and we've got our lumber area out back here, I was thinking of putting our smithy over here and kind of creating some kind of little sort of semi-industrial kind of vibe over here. I think that could be quite cool. So what I was thinking about was let's put our smithy, let's do the smithy, how about we do the smithy like, I like the smithy, I like the idea of the smithy over there. Now, another thing I do know that we're going to require in order to get that smithy going, and I do think that we need to bump that up the list because it's going to be important, although nice to have that well coming along over there. I think one of the things that's going to be really important to note with the smithy is that we do need coal in order to run. So our charcoal pits are another one of those things that don't require any resources to build. So charcoal pits. Now, charcoal pits do need to be very close to two things: the wood, because obviously you need wood to turn into charcoal, and then obviously the smithy. I like putting them out the back. And I do kind of like how what's happened here is that there's this sort of naturally formed this kind of area here that's kind of formed into a sort of resource area. So how about we put the charcoal pits out the back of the smithy, I think. We'll just put them out the back. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put 2 charcoal pits out the back of the smithy. We're going to play around with some decorations just now, but that's 1 charcoal pit, and let's put another charcoal pit down there. And like I said, we're going to play with some decorations just now, some fencing, etc. Because I think these are going to get quite active. But let's also have a look at some of the options we have here with the charcoal pits. So what we can do is we can make it empty. It's not even full. We don't want to do that. What we can do is we can supply it by hands, by cart, and by wagon. We don't have wagons yet, but I'm going to tick that, and I'm just going to tick apply to all. And we want to hire men. Let's hire women, because there's lots of jobs for men going around soon. And let's lower those wages to 50%. We don't want to be paying too much. I just click apply to all, so I don't have to go and jump into this one and do the same thing. A little bit of a waste of time. It looks like there's a very strong path that's developed on here. Let's earmark this tree and this tree here for removal. They seem to be in the direct line of that path, and I think it would be nice to get them down. And it looks like there's some laborers, some women of the village walking across here now, grabbing wood from the forestry building, and what they do is they pile it up here in a circle. Let's actually speed things up a bit so we can actually witness this take place, this here miracle of building take place. So yeah, they'll come along here and they'll stack up the wood in a big circle, and I think what they do is they cover it in clay, and then they set it on fire, and obviously that creates charcoal underneath, which will allow our future smithy workers to fire up those forges and create some nails and tools and other things that we shall need. There it goes, covered in clay and on fire, and we have some charcoal on the way here, burning firewood for charcoal. So that's good to see. And over here, I think that's fortuitously timed. We can sit here and have a look at our smithy going up here. So the floors have gone in. I absolutely love watching these. We're going to take this game very slowly, guys. We're going to sit and watch these little animations, because I just love it. I just love seeing things. Look at the background. Citizen filling up with clay as he trundles across here. I think this clay is probably, yep, this clay is for the building site here. I really want to see what happens here. So there's more wood being carried over for the charcoal pit back here, which is good. I'm very glad that we seem to be staggering the burning of the charcoal here. I like that. I think everyone's on a bit of a break now. Are we just waiting for? We're waiting for delivery of clay. Yes, we can't really continue here until we've got enough clay. I think this is clay. Yep, I think it's 200 clay coming. We're still going. Yep, got some builders coming along. Yep, more building happening. Good. More building. Oh, there's some of the clay to make the walls. I think the smithy is quite a building, actually. It's quite a big inside area here. There's quite a little entrance over here. I think this is the entrance to the smithy over here. Up go the walls. I think there's an extra part that they build out here. Here comes some wood. I think this wood. Oh, no, the wood goes up the beams. Oh, there's a second floor. I forgot about the second floor. Oh, there comes the wood beams for the outside area. Up there comes the supporting beams. There they go. Oh, they connect up to the top, I think. Yes, there's a second. I forgot there's a second story to the smithy. There's a bit of a break happening here now. No, there it is. Okay, there you go. Smithy is up and running, and I think let's pause the game here quickly while we click into the smithy. and have a look. Let's make sure that the resource supply for the smithy can be done by hand, by cart, and by wagon. Stock 500, charcoal 5,000. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with that right now. I think we might have to play around with that at some point. Laborers, let's hire men and women. Let's not try and restrict ourselves there now, but let's lower the wages across the board, I think. Yeah, let's lower the wages across the board. Limit our laborers to 20. That's fine. Alright. And shall we hire someone? Let's hire someone to work in the smithy. Because otherwise we are going to have a problem. And before we hit play, let's actually think about what else we have to lay down. Because look at that, we've got the well up and running now, don't we, as well? It's for citizens for production. Okay, cool. Well, let's have it for citizens for the moment. Do we need water here? I don't know. Let's actually have a look. Well, we've got that other well, don't we? So we'll have a think about that just now. But let's actually think about, next one is the carpentry. And since we have this sort of area developing over here, I thought it would be nice to kind of continue that if we can. Perhaps along the waterfront. What do you think? Waterfront? Like this? Or carpentry over here. How's that looking? Or do we want to reserve this area along the water here for future? Yeah, let's try and reserve that for future buildings. So maybe we can swing this around and put the carpentry in over here. Hey? What does everyone think of that? Or we could swing the carpentry around and put it like that. Like this. That's not a bad spot for the carpentry, to be honest. Or I kind of like it, so it's we're around this way. Yeah, let's actually do it that way. We can create a kind of line like that. I kind of like that, actually. So, yep, carpentry is gonna go in there. All right, that's the carpentry. So we can unpause the game now. So we can kind of get going again. So carpentry's in, so that's all good. And it's October. We're doing very well here on time, I must say. We are not doing shabby on time. So while the carpentry is going in, and we are stocking the smithy up so that we can start producing some nails. It looks like Vlishcliff is already working there. We also need to think about how we're going to start producing some food. So let's get a boatyard up and running. Now, the question is, like I said, do we want to start down this end? Or do we want to start over here? It is a good question. It is a very good question. There is lots and lots of space to work with here. I kind of like the idea of starting along here, to be honest. Maybe with the boatyard over here on the corner of the river, like, I kind of like the idea of it there. Yeah, let's put the boatyard over there, and let's put a fishing dock over. Let's actually do 2 fishing docks. Let's build 2. Let's be ambitious here and build 2 fishing docks. So let's not be too ambitious. Let's build 1. And plonk it a little bit further down there. We are going to absolutely ruin the view. What have I done there? We are going to ruin the view for the mayor here. He's going to have a fishing dock right in front of his house. But that's what happens when there's prime land in front of your house, my man. Prime fishing land. Is it just me, or when I placed that, did it sink the ground a little bit? I think it did. I think it sort of... I love how we need to look at these benches, because everyone loves a good bench. Oh, look at this. Okay, pause. That was really quick, and we missed it, unfortunately. We got way too distracted up there with the fishing docks to see that our carpentry has gone up. Which is good, which is very good. Let's look at the resource supply. Let's up this quickly, because and I'm not going to mess with that for now. But I am going to lower the wages here. Let's lower the wages. Laborers, yeah, that's high, men and women across the board. And let's get someone working in the carpentry, shall we? Right, alright, let's start it again on slow, because we don't want to go too fast, because we got really distracted. So I know that there's some other things. Water, you've got lots of water. You've got water right over here. What are you whining about? There's the pump right over here. It's right over here. You got water? Okay. I'm not sure about that. I'll let you figure that one out yourself. There's also a well over here if you want. I mean, yeah. All right. So as I was saying, we could start playing with some decorations, and kind of. Let's do that quickly now that I've got this big arch out. I kind of like the idea of putting a big arch, sort of. Ooh, let's see if we could see how in line we can get it. Big arch there. Big arch, yeah, big arch, that looks good. What type of fence do we want? We want this fence, we want this type of fence, let's get that, no, not that type of fence, that looks way too pretty. Let's get this, and that looks like a, yep, that's the fence we want. We don't want that anymore. Is this it? That's the fence we want, and put it up to the edge here. There you go. Yep, that looks good, eh? Oh, look at that. Starting to get this little sort of area going here, sort of very industrial area. I think we should put another couple of fences along some of these areas here too. I kind of like the idea actually of running a fence. Let's do that actually. Let's run a fence. Let's run a fence along here. Yeah, let's run that fence like that. Just for now. And I think that'll encourage them to sort of start filling up these charcoal pits from sort of behind there. We can perhaps neaten that up at a later stage. But I like the idea of everyone kind of walking through here into a kind of kind of production area actually. And I think in order to continue encouraging that to happen, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna use that good old little fence that we all places occupied. Fence. Okay, apparently I need to be more on this direction. And possibly I'm still getting used to these camera controls here. Please excuse me. Okay, let's have a look. Am I in? No, I need to go a little bit further out there. Yep, I can do it finally. Okay. Now I can move the camera around a bit and see how far I can pull this out. Let's pull this out to about... I think we should pull this out to about... let's make sure we're straight here. About there. Yeah, let's go about there. Let's right click out of that. We don't want that there. What we do want is we want to give the foresters a little bit of the ability to go out the back here. So let's put in a small arch for them over there. Let's link that back up, and I think that let's delete that. And let's try go out this way instead. Yep, that looks good. And then over here like that. Yes, I really like that. That looks good. So yep, we've kind of really started developing this little area here. I think that what that means is that the foresters are kind of go out that way. To fetch wood, and everyone else is going to kind of come into this area by traveling down here, I think, because we've now blocked it up. So this path will cease to be used, as it were, which is cool. I kind of like it. I kind of like this little sort of little sort of production area we've created here. Now, what we do want to do is, as I said, we do want to encourage immigration to Ostriv. And I do know that one of the ways that we do that is by trading, having food available. So we're going to need to set up a little bit of a market. And what I thought is that our market should kind of sit, if this is where our residential areas, and this is where our sort of industrial areas developing, and we got kind of food developing over here, and I think our farming will kind of be out here. I'm thinking of starting a bit of a sort of area around here that's more sort of food based, if that makes sense. So how about we start with let's put a stall there. I kind of like the idea of a stall over there. And I think what you can do is you can press F1. Yep, F1. Oh, F2. Yeah, I like that too. Okay, so that is occupied. Is that in line? I'm trying to get it in line. I think that is in line. We're in line. No, that's in line. Oh, it's occupied. There you go. Okay, cool. We just did it. We just dropped it in. Yep, and that I think will. It's nothing pretty for the moment. It's really not. It's just 2 market stalls, and it seems pretty random, and it seems like a random kind of spot to have chosen. But I've got a plan. I have a plan to develop this for later. And I think what we can do for now, what are we going to do? We can put, what can we do in here? We can put, I think we've got firewood. Can we put, yep, we can put firewood in here. And that's about it. That's all we can stock in here at the moment. We can just stock firewood. So that's it, firewood. Let's lower the wages here. We really do want to lower the wages. Apply to all. And we can do by hands and by wagon. Yep. And yep, firewood. So there's firewood coming in to here, and then we will hire someone to sell it at some point. But for the moment, we're just going to stock firewood in this market stall. Prep for later, as they say. So what? Yep. Let's have a look now. We've got that going in, and time's marching on. Let's actually press a speed up here. So we've got the dock, the boatyard. Sorry, the boatyard going in here, and we've got our fishing dock coming in here. Let's take some time to actually watch this. I absolutely love these animations. We missed the construction of the carpentry up there, so I really don't want to miss this. I love that. Look, there's the ramp and everything where the boat slides down into the water. It's really fantastic. And there's our boatyard up, beautiful. November, and you can see sort of everything, the leaves browning as we're sort of heading into autumn here. In this picturesque little town. Yeah, boatyard's up, which is great, and I think we've got a fishing dock coming. But I think actually the most impressive thing that we've done, this episode is really got our industrial zone up and operating here. I think that's the coolest thing, really. As we sit and hover here and have a look at that. Here we got the smithy there, the carpentry, and this obviously our first industrial building, this forestry building out the back here. Really is great to have it a little developed here, and I can see that yeah, people are using the paths as I intended them to, which is great. Okay, let's have a look. I don't want to miss this going up either. So we have the dock coming on out over here. This fishing dock, and November really is marching on. I think we are settlement started this year. For a settlement that was started this year, it's pretty impressive, I have to say. Hey, it's not bad, eh? Not bad. We're looking good. We've got some structure going. I do think that we do need to place our farm though, because I think while and let's just slow things down here. While winter is happening, I think the farming is gonna be absolutely key, absolutely key. So let's do that. Actually, I think that what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna drop a farm down here. I feel like this is a good place to drop a farm down on this arm of the world. Yep. Let's drop the farm in. Let's drop the farm in here. So if that's the entrance to the farm is here, closest to us, right? You can kind of see it there at the bottom. And if that's the sort of walkway that everyone's using, I kind of want to try and get in a bit of although it's very organic, you know, I just kind of want to get a bit of a layout going here. So let's get this farm in over here. Alright, so that's the farm laid out and planned out over there. And I think that's, yeah, we're going to wind down this episode. I think that's winter. The next episode is very much going to be about winter and planning out our fields before the next spring comes. We might play around with a couple of decorations, beautify the town, spend some time planting some trees, setting up a couple more fences. But we've got all the basics in here. I think we've got our houses. I think we're gonna unpause this just now as well once we got our farm up and running as well. Put that at the back of the build queue, so we can get that going, and that means that when we got some food coming in here, hopefully with some fish, we'll get some immigration in to the town. But let's just have a look at this dock going up here. Let's see how far along they are. Oh, they're quite far along. They've done a lot of this work. I wonder if this is when they're sinking in the sort of jetty area, if that's what this work here implies. We're gonna have to watch that when they build the next one. Disappointed looks on the villagers here to see this dock going up in front of them. Actually, you can see how much it's. Let's have a look about how much this has impeded their view, shall we? Look at that. The ground has indeed actually sort of indented when I placed this. It's very interesting. I wonder what it's going to look like when it's built. So I think we're going to have to use this. I was thinking about putting a bridge across here. Is the bridges? Yes, bridge. Yes, bridge. I was thinking about putting the bridge across here. Yeah, bridge across here, you know. Ooh, bridge across, right across there. Oh, look at that. It's up. It's up. And it looks pretty good, actually. Looks pretty good. It's not too bad. Doesn't impede the view that much. In fact, it's a lovely dock out the front here. Look at that. Wonderful. I kind of like it, actually. And I think what we shall do is we shall plant a few trees along there as well, which will really help beautify the area. And I think that's what's happening now is this farm is going up. Which I think is actually a great place to end this episode. As we park here on the far corner of the town of Ostriv, and we bring the second episode to a close, and we can see the base of the farm going up here. I really hope you've enjoyed this episode as much as I have. If you have, please drop a comment below. Let me know what you thought. Hit that like button, and if you haven't already, subscribe. And how about that notification button as well to remind you when I drop a new video, generally every day. And it looks like it started snowing. So with that, I shall leave you and see you in episode 2. Or episode 3, actually. This is episode 2, isn't it? I am the Beard. Thank you for joining me. Signing out.